Not going to get the schnez in. It's not the Baldy way, but what I will say is cheers. Let's have a drink of this Cruzcampo Gran Reserva. Well, hello there. Subcompactors, he's got another torp in. Yes, I have. And it's a bit of a stronger one this time, people. Yes, it is. And also, the Torpy Warpy Woo is a sleek black kind of design, the same as the machine. What is it, peeps? What is it? BeerWulfers. Well, it's going to go in this same Moretti glass as the Fru, the whatever it was that I had last time. Like I say, it's a bit of a stronger one. It is Cruzcampo Gran Reserva. Yeah, we always like a bit of Gran Reserva. It makes you feel grand. So it's still classed as a lager. Think it's going to be a little bit darker, but it's 6.4%, so no way a session beer, this little beauty. Like I say, it's Cruzcampo, which has had, what, a renaissance, would you say? I don't know. My throat is a little bit croaky because I was watching the Foxes, the Leicester boys against Norwich at the weekend, and I cheered a little bit vigorously. That's what I did. Anyway, so it's a little bit of a stronger one, not a sessioner. That's what I'm going to say. Apparently it's got caramel notes and slightly fruity and floral. There we go. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But still amber in colour, so not that dark, I don't think, but a bit darker than your standard Cruzcampo. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of that floral taste, and those caramel notes. That can only be a good thing, can't it? That's what I'm thinking. Probably an ideal one for the winter months, and we are springing forward into spring. Someone told me about that the other day. Like, the clocks go forward, you spring forward. Yeah, spring forward. And the clocks go back, you fall back. I'd never heard of it. Never heard of that before. And they were blown away that I'd not heard of that. It's irrelevant to this beer. But anyway, I'm going to give it a pour. I'll bring it in. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah? But before I give it a sippy suppy soo, I will have a little bit of snackage. And I'm looking forward to the snackage. Hopefully it's a little bit spicy. I've had quite a few false dawns when it comes to spiciness recently. Thinking something's gonna be spicy, and it's anything but. So, let's hope this one has got a bit of spice to it. So we'll have that snackage. Before I rate the snackage, I'll rate the beer, then I'll rate the snackage. First up, let's have a look at that Torpy Warpy Woo, people. Okay, there we go then, people. There's the torp. There's the torp. We're talking Cruzcampo Gran Reserva. There it is. So, yeah, I'm not going to read that on the bottom, but 100% Malta. Character Unico. It's good character. It's got a fella there. Look at that fella. He's got some beer. He reminds me of the Franciscaner chap. They'd have a good pint together, wouldn't they? Wonder who looks happier. This chap ain't got any keys on him, but he has got a pint of beer. Looks like he's got a bit of a Robin Hood hat as well. Is he from Nottingham? I doubt it. Anyway, there we go. Cruzcampo Gran Reserva. There's the torp. So here we go. Like I say, I've got that Bière Moretti glass again. Let's give it a pour. Now, it's going to be the very first out of it, so it's going to be a lively one. That's what I'm thinking. Still moving that drip tray away. Let's bring it as close as we can. Little bit of spillage. Right, let's bring it in. Okay, there we go, people. Look at that whitehead. Yeah, there's some bubs in there. It's not that compact, but it's pretty good. It's nice and white. There's that fella drinking some beer again. Let's give that a little wipe. Yeah, so it's a bit darker, isn't it? Nice and amber. Yeah, there's a few bubs kicking off. Not loads. Not loads, but there's some bubs. Slow-moving carbonation, I'd say. I'll tell you what, though, because I think with that stronger ABV, You can get a whiff of it. You can smell you're going to have a beer here. You're not going to go inside and go, no, not been drinking. Right. Let's give it a sippy suppy soo, people. Hey, let's give that a little tippy toppy too. Yeah. It's died down quite quick. Okay, so I think something I've learnt with this machine, and what you may have spotted just then, is when you do just a little like that, it actually gives you quite a bit of foam. But when you go bang, straight down, pour it, let it stay down, because that handle stays down, it actually pours a better pint with less foam. So that's why, just then, I just did a little bit of a pour, foamed it. Yeah, it's all about experience, people. But that's looking pretty decent now. Let's have a look. Right, so I mean a decent head there. Gotta be said. If you'll serve that up in a pub, once again, you're a happy punter. But am I going to be a happy baldy once I've had a sippy suppy soo? Right. Not going to get the snez in. It's not the baldy way. But what I will say is cheers. Let's have a drink of this Cruzcampo Gran Reserva. People. Yes. Fair dues. So, definitely get that ABV, that strength of that, the 6.4-ness. 6.4-ness. You get that coming through. Felt like I was a judge on Strictly or something then. Don't even watch it. And I don't think they give points, like point something. But anyway, you can definitely get straight away that that's a stronger lager. You can. Like I say, nice amber colour there. Really good. Getting that sweetness. Like it says, you can taste that caramel there. Floral, probably not so. Fruitiness, let's go again and see if we've got any fruitiness. A bit of fruitiness. Now, what would I compare this to? Difficult one. Obviously, if you've got a Cruzcampo there, but you're thinking extra kind of strength, extra body, that is what that is. Fair dues. It's quite unique, I think. There's a little bit of me that's thinking left amber, but obviously without that left twang. And some people don't like that left twang, so, you know, you might like this if you didn't like that. But you're thinking, I want that kind of amber style lager. I've not had much like that before. I've got to say I've not. That is good. It's nice, it's refreshing. It's not a bang down your throat. That ain't. It's actually quite a nice one to have in a 2 litre torp, I think, because I know I've got a pint there, but I could very easily just have a sup of a half of that and take my time with it. I think that's one to be respected. I do. That's a tasty little number. It's definitely got that fruitiness there. Lovely mouthfeel. No bad aftertaste. Now, if you don't like that kind of left twang of a left amber, because it can leave a bit of a taste. I don't mind it. I quite like it. But it can leave a bit of an aftertaste. This doesn't do that. This is quite pleasant. And I think it is because of that fruitiness that's in there. Lovely carbonation levels. And look at the clingage. Look at the clingage on that glass. Can't fault that, people. Yeah, it's where you position it, really. I think that is a kind of fire blazing inside with the missus. She's got a sherry. I'm having that. That's the kind of picture I've got in the head. The missus doesn't like sherry. Maybe she's got a cocktail. I don't know. She don't drink that much, to be honest. She's got a cup of tea. So it is a bit classier. Now, what's the price? It's £12.39. So, once again, not amazingly cheap. But hey, you know, that I think you can respect. Pour some halves and make it last a little while. Nice. Now, what I'd say is in terms of food accompaniment, probably a nice bit of cheese. A few nice cheeses with that. Hello, yeah, a little bit of a tingle down the back of my kind of back of my back, thinking about that. Thinking, a nice smorgasbord of cheeses. I'll have that. I mean, generally you'd have like a glass of red wine. Not a wine fan. I'd have this over a glass of red wine. Don't care about all your different wines. Keep them. I'll have this. Yeah, like that. Now, interesting that I should say, what was that? Interesting that I should say about cheese. Because I've not got a cheese snack, but normally they would be cheesy. Instead, these baked Wotsits Giants are sweet and spicy, flaming hot. Now that font, I did spot this. I was in my mate Tesco's, and that flaming hot is the same font that is used on Cheetos Flaming Hot. And Cheetos are not that different to Wotsits. Now these are, like I say, giant Wotsits, and you've got the mate Slimer banging it down. Banging down a giant Wotsit. Good old Slimer. Got to be one of the best characters in a ghost-featured film ever. I think. Apart from the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. What a fella. Anyway, there's a prize giveaway of Ghostbusters tickets, I presume, every hour. Right, so what blurbage have we got? What blurbage, people? Mostly it is about the Ghostbusters only in cinema film. Win cinema tickets, VIP screenings and vouchers, plus all entrants have the chance to win a trip to New York City. Lovely stuff. Tells me nothing, though, about the giant Wotsits. No artificial preservatives, baked, not fried, and they're suitable for vegetarians. This is a nice old 130 gram bag. So, I'm expecting big things here, people, and I'm expecting not just big things because they're giant Wotsits, but I'm expecting big things because I like a Wotsit, and for the first time in a long time, I've got a spicy, flaming hot flavour. Right, don't think you'd normally have to give these much of a shake, just the tip up and down. Right, I will get my schnez in here. Okay, normally when I get my schnez in some spicy snacks, I can smell a good bit of chilli. I can smell they're gonna be hot. That wasn't the case with that dip of the nose in there. Didn't dip it too far in. It's just not good manners. But what I will do, they are pretty big actually. Look at that. Look at them. I would say they're 3 times the size of a normal Wotsit, which I do think have shrunk over the years. But anyway, I've got a 2-finger grab, and it's a 2 Wotsit giant finger grab. So, there we go. I'm going to try and bang them both in. You know when like you go to the dentist, and they lob them foam things either side of your teeth, keep your kind of inside of your mouth away from your teeth. They're about the size of those. I'm not going to do that because I think it'd be bad for my choppers. But what I'm going to do is bang them in. Let's go. I'm going to give them a bit of time because a Wotsit kind of disintegrates very quickly in the mouth, as usual. But, yeah, okay, there's a bit of warmth, there's a bit of heat on the aftertaste, a bit of afterburn. Afterburner. What a game, eh? Played that on the Sega Mega Drive. Afterburner. I don't think I played Afterburner 2. No. In fact, I didn't play many aeroplane-style arcade games. I would say my favourite, it was just Afterburner. Right, let's go for another 2. There's something about a Wotsit. There just is. Yeah, I like Wotsits. You know, they kind of, you reminisce with a Wotsit. You think, where was I the first time I had a Wotsit? I think I was just in the front room of my mum's house. So that wasn't that exciting a story. But, you know, it's childhood memories, isn't it? It's kind of, oh, wouldn't mind a packet of Wotsits. How much are they? 10p. Great. I'll take them home and have them in the front room on the sofa. Lovely. They go quite well, actually. I like the spiciness and just the texture of the Wotsit to dry the mouth out a little and then have some Gran Reserva Cruzcampo. That goes very nicely. Right. Okay. Gradage time. Let's have another sip of this. I'm going to go for the beer first. That, I think, is classy. I do like, and I think it's probably because I've had a few kind of session ABV style beers recently. I do like now and again to have a bit of that punchier one, yeah? One you can respect, one that needs to just be sipped, and like I say, something to have that's a little bit more luxurious. And that's what that is. So that brings that price point up. When you get a higher ABV, you know, it does. So £12.39, yeah, it's not cheap, but I think that is one to take your time over and to enjoy. What would I give it in terms of gradage? It's hard to compare it to that Fru, what I just had. And the one before that, Dark Arts, well, it's a different type of drink altogether. I'm going to give that an 8.5. It's a good talk, that is. That is nice. Very nice mouthfeel, lovely taste, one to be enjoyed. I like it. So maybe not one if you've got all your mates around, you know, you've got 26 mates around. No, Brian's barred. You've got 25 mates around and, you know, you're just having a go on that. That ain't it. I don't think that's the right situation for that type of drink. It just isn't. That Fru, what I've reviewed last, that would be better for that. Probably Heineken, which I reviewed on this a long time ago. Bang that on. They're offending no one. People ain't going to be smashing down a 6.4%er and having a good time at your barbecue. Well, they might, but it's going to end in disaster. So don't put it on. Keep it to the side and just have a go on it now and again yourself. But it's one to be, I think, savoured, like I say, a bit later at night when you're just having a nice half. So I'm going to give that an 8.5 in the right situation. These, I did expect even more spiciness. Flaming hot for me. Cheetos Flaming Hot are hot. They are. They're good. These are not quite so hot as that. But then again, it does say sweet and spicy. So slightly different as well. I'm going to give them a 7.5. Not bad score at all. I like them. They're moreish. Lovely mouthfeel. A Giant Wotsits going to have that. You know exactly what you're going to get. And it's good. But for the lack of spiciness, there's enough. But it could have been more. I'm giving it a 7.5. Not bad. Respectable scores. Anyway, people, there we go. There is the latest Torpy Warpy Woo on the Sub Compact. For now, though, people, whatever you're doing this weekend, make it an absolute belter. Enjoy. Have a few beers with a few mates and have a good one. Cheers, Subcompactors. Have a good one. Cheers.